What's going on? What's going on? I haven't decided if I'm going to do the American League MVP awards because I think it's pretty obvious that Kyle Riley should win it over Aaron Judge and anyone else. Just like kind of in the National League, but the National League one is more intriguing because even though Shohei Ohtani should be back to back, and if he was to win, it'd be a three-peat, which would be the first time ever. It would also, because remember when he was with the Angels, then went back to back with the Dodgers, and then he'd also be the MVP for the fourth time in 5 years, which would be the first time that's ever happened. And he would join Barry Bonds in that rare elusive company of those kind of MVPs. That should tell you how special this cat is. Now remember, he had 55 home runs, back-to-back 50 home run seasons. That's the most ever for a Dodger player to start their career with the Dodgers or when they're playing. 102 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. But on the other end, he also pitched 247 ERA. And he did pretty good with his strikeouts and everything. So when you think about him playing multiple positions, it's uncanny. Shohei should be the top dog, but he does have competition. Now let me start with the guy who used to be in third place, who was supposed to be the big force for the Mets, Juan Soto. Now Soto got off to a slow start, but he still had 43 home runs, 38 stolen bases. And remember, I think he scored 120, so he had a pretty good year. Second half of the season started off. It didn't start off too hot, but boy, could the Yankees have used Juan Soto. Just thinking about how his jump was. But anyway, pretty big season. Right now he's considered to be in third place as far as the MVP would go. That would be his tally though. So that's how it looks right with that. The second front runner would be Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber led the National League in home runs with 56, 132 RBIs. And over the last 4 years, he's hit 187 home runs. That's the most in the National League the last 4 years. Schwarber had a big-time year. He led the Philadelphia Phillies to the National League East title, and they were in contention playing the Dodgers in the playoffs. So had a pretty big year. I think that though, if baseball does what the NBA used to do, the best player on the best team who wins, then it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. But I mention it all because it is a pretty competitive battle. I mean, all three guys had great years, and two of them did face each other in the postseason. The Mets just choked, but Juan Soto definitely came alive in the second half, and he is one of the best players of his generation. Yankees could have sure kind of used him. They kind of missed him, but he chose to go to the Mets. But very compelling argument can be made, though, for all three. But I think if I'm looking at it, I think Shohei is going